Oh, Eon, we've already done that. That said, we are back. It's 10:53 p.m. here on the 15th of October. Just introduced Wildfire and Dark Wildfire. A little bummed because the health for Dark Wildfire is lower. We're going to pull him, and at last I'm going to introduce Snapshot and Food Fight. If you wonder why I haven't done Snapshot yet, it's because I knew that I was going to have the Dark Edition and I wanted to do them in the same video. So, Snapshot's going on the portal. He's been there. I think he's leveled up. I know he's got the hat on. We'll have to factor in. Yeah, he's level 3. So let's go ahead now and kind of take a look at him. What does he look like when he jumps? He looks like that. Pretty much standard. He looks like a soldier with that turtle shell hat. Since he's out here, let's go ahead and do his standard stuff here. We'll get his attacks going. I don't really document them just yet. I'll probably do that after the fact. But we'll come in. Primary attack is going to be just the Traptanium arrow. So let's take a look at that. Let me back up a little. 50, not too shabby. What I like about it, he can fire them off very, very quickly, and that is very important. Critical would obviously be 75. B button, our secondary attack is called Crystal Slam. 120, and that is standard. It's a little bit slow of an attack, but I mean it's not terrible. Of course, critical there would be 180, so pretty impressive out of the box. And what else you would expect from the leader of the trap team? Solid as a croc. I would agree with that. So let's go ahead. I'll put you on the stat screen while I read you the bio. Snapshot came from a long line of crocogators. If you confuse the two, you don't have to worry about that. He's a crocogator that lived in the remote swamplands where he hunted chompies for sport. After rounding up every evil critter in his homeland, Snapshot ventured out into the world to learn new techniques that he could use to track down more challenging monsters. He journeyed far and wide, perfecting his archery skills with the elves. Very neat stuff there, kind of flame slingerish. And his hunting skills with the wolves. Maybe I'd say Wildfire, but that was not a wolf, so maybe Wolfgang's people, I don't know. Soon he was the most revered monster hunter in Skylanders, a reputation that caught the attention of Master Eon. It then wasn't long before Snapshot became the leader of the Trap Masters, a fearless team of Skylanders that mastered legendary weapons made of pure Traptanium. It was this elite team that tracked down and captured the most notorious villains Skylands had ever known. So, for those of you that still didn't know, Snapshot, Slogan Croc and Roll is actually the leader of the Trap Team. So that's kind of a prestigious title in my opinion. Also prestigious would be these stats, so let's go ahead and document them. I'm going to slide down to water. Alright, Snapshot, his max health, 355. Here, box stock, it would be 290. That's not horrible. His armor is sitting at 31. I think he's at 24. I think the hat is plus 7. Yeah, it actually is because it says right there. So 24 armor, box stock, not too shabby. His speed, and this is actually a big deal, it's at 70. So that's a bump of 10 over the majority of Trap Masters. You'd expect that from a Crocogator hunter, you know. Critical hit 30. Well, we can work on that. And elemental power box stock would be 25. So, we're going to back out of here. Yeah. And take a look here. I've shown you Traptanium arrows. It did 50 to 75. Press X to fire Traptanium arrows. After that, you got Crystal Slam. Press B to perform a Crystal Slam. Again, 120 to 180 on that. These next 4 are base upgrades. It begins with Sure Shot Croc. Hold X to charge up a Traptanium arrow attack. Next up, we've got Torrential Tide Pool. Hold Y to create a controllable Torrential Tide Pool. After that, we've got Super Slam. Hold B to charge up an extra powerful Crystal Slam. And lastly, we have Amazing Arrow. Improved Traptanium Arrow does extra damage. So that's decent base upgrades. Now we're going to get in here to his paths. This top one is called Crackshot Croc. You're going to improve the arrow attacks. Arrow Explosion is the first one. Traptanium arrows now explode on impact. Next up, we've got Traptanium Flechette. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that or not. Flechette, who knows. Shards of Traptanium splinter off arrows, doing additional damage. I'm nowhere near an ocean or a body of water, so I don't know. After that, Hydro Arrow, hold X to charge up a water element infused Traptanium arrow. So that should be actually kind of interesting. Very cool concept. Bottom path is called Tide Turner. This improves your Tide Turner attacks. Torrential Tide Pool is bigger and does more damage. That's, of course, your tertiary attack. Then we've got Water Trap. Enemies caught in Torrential Tide Pool become trapped. And then what's Kraken? Torrential Tide Pool now calls forth the power of the Kraken. And of course, kind of like a mythical giant octopus type creature. Either path you take, you get access to the Soul Gem, and it's called a Shard Axe to follow. Crystal Slam in the air creates a new Traptanium attack. So I guess just while you're jumping and you press the B button, you get some sort of a brand new attack. So we'll back out of there, back out of here. I've kind of shown you everything now. So again, secondary attack is a Crystal Slam. You can't. Oh, wait. Let me try that. I'm gonna jump and do the slam. Oh, okay. So standard, as you see, is 120. But check this out from above. I know it does less damage, but it actually looks really cool. So I'm probably going to use that when I get the chance. Then of course his primary is just the rapid fire shots. Pretty decent range on him. I mean, you got to give him that. So, and that plus 10 is actually noticeable, at least to me. That said, what we want to do now is compare stats between standard and dark Snapshot. So we're going to pull standard Snapshot, set him by food fight, and we're going to put dark Snapshot on the portal for the first time ever.
Rock and roll.
Alright, the main thing you want to note is you don't get the elemental bonus. It's not like these guys count twice or anything like that. He looks exactly the same, but obviously in the dark format. He actually looks better to me. Significantly better. I don't know why. I really do like the look of Snapshot, but this just looks good. It's a very fitting look for Snapshot, I think. Sadly, you don't do extra damage, but you've got the same thing, the Traptanium arrows, and you've got the Crystal Slam, you've got the Airborne Slam. Let's see if you can shoot the arrows in the air. Yes, that's awesome. Very, very cool. That's almost Minecraft-ish, what you wish you could do in Minecraft. So, that said, let's come in now, moment of truth. Alright, his powers, I know they're not going to be here, I just want to showcase that they don't like change it or anything. And same background story, just substitute dark and then add some like twist and recovery type thing. We're going to take a look at his stats. I've actually got to make a new column here, so 1 second. Insert dark snapshots. Alright, his health is 390, which is 100 higher. I noticed that when I put him on. I didn't want to say anything. That's awesome. It's about time somebody gets some love there. Armor, 36. That is plus 12. I'll take that. His speed is 70. That's the same. I'm okay with that since it's not lower. Critical hit 50. That's a jump of 20. That's very significant. And then elemental power, he's sitting at 53. Box stock, it would be 25. So basically, he's plus 100, plus 112, plus 132. Dark Snapshot is a plus 132 over Standard Snapshot. The plus 100 health, very significant. That can basically be the difference between you dying or you surviving. It's that big of a deal, particularly when you do some tough stuff, Nightmare Mode, Chaos Doom Challenge, Ladder Waves, whatever it may be. So that's a look at Snapshot and Dark Snapshot, both very promising characters in my opinion. I think I'm really going to like these two. Same with Snapshot, of course. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just shot 10 of those to showcase to you the critical hit. Again, I'm not a huge fan of that stat. Out of those 10, none of them were critical. To the credit, the one right before that was. So 1 in 11, there's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1 in 20 was critical. So that's why I don't put a lot of stock in the critical hit statistic. I prefer armor and I prefer speed. I'll also take health. But that said, I think these guys are going to be pretty fun in the game. I'm going to pull him. We're actually going to introduce one of my other favorites, who was also ironically a starter pack character, Food Fight, and then of course his dark counterpart, Dark Food Fight. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. If you're into this sort of a thing, if you like the statistic comparisons, be sure to check out the Skylander Club forum, skylanderclub.com/forum. Tons of great people on board. If you like what you see, I encourage you to sign up. My personal site's oneofweezem.com. If you're on Twitch, follow me there. I'll be live streaming this entire game on the Xbox One. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Last but not least, make sure you are subscribed. It'll keep you up with all the latest here. That said, I'm going to end this and introduce Food Fight and Dark Food Fight, so stay tuned for that.